Okay, so today I'm gonna talk to you guys about the books that I picked for March. In March, we commemorate Women's History Month. I decided to pick books about women's history and with female characters and female authors. So these are the 7 books that I picked for my TBR. And also remember that I'm gonna pick from my TBR jars and my whole jars. Okay, so the first book that I picked is Kim Jin-young, born 1982. This book was written by Cho Nam-yu, and it talks about a stay-at-home mom who later on suffers from depression, and we're encountering her life as a stay-at-home mom, but also we're encountering her life as she grew up. She's thinking about what she went through. She's thinking about all the sexism that she endured, especially in the culture that she's living in, and what is her place in the world. The next book that I picked is Evil Eye, and this is from Etam Ram. And this is a story about an American born and raised in Brooklyn whose parents immigrated from Palestine. And it deals with that traditional family and how her life has kind of been decided between that and the modern way she thinks, because she is an American, how she wishes for more things in life. But she was married young. She decided to go to school when she was married, but she never really fulfilled anything that she really wanted to do. And now we're seeing her later on in life, 10 years after her marriage. She has 2 daughters. She works at a design department, an art department in a small college, and she's trying to be an art teacher also. But she's never really reaching her goals there. But she's also never really reaching her personal goals. She's not really in a happy marriage. She's not the mother that she thinks she wants to be. She's also within that thinking a lot about her own childhood and what happened with her mother and the kind of mother she had, and how that really affected her later on in life. So it's a really interesting book about womanhood, motherhood, professional fulfillment, personal fulfillment, and all that entails. And I think Kim Ji Young and Evil Eye have a lot of similarities in there, and I think it does have a lot of similarities also with a more traditional Latino culture. Okay, the next book that I pick is this one is When Women Rule the World, Making the Renaissance in Europe, and this is by Maureen Killigan. And this talks about 4 women in the Renaissance era in Europe that really changed a little bit of the history and the culture. I'm not sure which 4 women they're gonna be talking about, but I'm really interested in seeing powerful women in different centuries, because we've been told that we're just finding our voices or we're just finding our place, when really we already know that that is not true. And there have been powerful women all throughout history. It's just that maybe their stories aren't being told, and I'm really interested in hearing about these 4 women. The next book that I picked is Warrior Witches Women, Mythology Fiercest Females by Kate Hodges, and this is a biography book, but it tells the story of these women who have been warriors or accused of being witches, and how they were strong, how they survived, how they changed the world that they lived in. Because it is classified as a biography, I'm assuming these are real life women whose story has been told in a way that now feels like myth, like not reality, like they couldn't have existed. And how come whenever we hear about strong women, we kind of see them as out of this world, unnatural, supernatural, almost myth-like. But whenever we hear about strong men, it's just the way they are. So again, this is retelling their stories and kind of giving us, I think, the power to say, hey, these are everyday women who face extraordinary circumstances and who rose above it. So I'm really interested in reading this one. I saw that it's also on Google Books, if you guys want to go ahead and check it out. Okay, the next book that I picked, I'm really excited about. It's called The Last Cuentista. This is by Dana Barba Higuera, And this is the story of Petra, a girl who loves the stars, who loves the world, and who loves storytelling just like her abuelita. But it seems that the Earth is about to be destroyed by a comet. So a handful of scientists are chosen to be taken to a new planet along with their family, and Petra is one of them. So they go on a ship to go into space to go to a new planet. Once they wake up, Petra realizes that everybody on the ship has forgotten Earth, and now Petra is the only one who remembers. So is she gonna tell everybody the stories about Earth, or should everybody forget about that planet that they come from and what they lived through? It's science fiction. The people who were in charge of taking them to another planet obviously wanted humanity to restart, and by erasing their memories of Earth, their sins, their mistakes, they're thinking that they're going not do a good thing. But Petra might have a different idea. I'm really excited to read that one. Okay, the next book that I picked is Kindred, a graphic novel. So I haven't read anything by Octavia E. Butler, but I really do want to read her. But I'm gonna start first with the graphic novel for Kindred. And this is the story about an African American writer in the 70s who one day inexplicably gets dizzy and is transported to 1815 antebellum South, so during slavery times, and she has to deal with being in that time and with knowing everything that she does know, being from a more than a century later. So it is science fiction. It is very interesting. I am gonna read the graphic novel and then I'm gonna try and read the book. But yeah, I think I'm excited to jump into the Octavia A. Butler world. I know that some people like it a lot. I know that some series are a little bit stranger than others. So I think this is a good place to start with Kindred. Okay, and the last pick for the month is Belittle Women by Amanda Seller. And this book is supposed to be a subversive reimagined of Little Women. We have the main character, who is Jo Porter, and she's really just tired of having the same name as Yo March, and she's kind of rebelling against that. I'm guessing she gets a lot of comparisons and a lot of jokes and a lot of teasing about that. So she is headed up to here, and she's gonna rebel, and we're just gonna see how she goes on her own journey. So I am excited to read this one. Little Women, it is one of my favorite books, but there is a lot of things that are very much of its time, which is completely fine because we need to understand, like I said, women in all stages and of the world, not of their life, of the world and of humanity. And I think it is important for us to also be retelling and challenging those stories that we have already heard a million times. So that is Belittle Women. Okay, and the next ones are gonna be from my jars. So I have my two jars right here. I have the 2023 TBR. Now I already started reading. I already have 3 reviews up on my Goodreads and up on Instagram if you guys want to go ahead and check those out. I read Sixpence and Selkies, which is from Tilly Wallace. It's from the series of Manners and Monsters, and I'm just hooked. It's a fantasy cozy mystery. The first one is a retelling of Pride and Prejudice, but with zombies, but not like Pride and Prejudice and zombies. This is different because we have Whitecliff, who is an inspector, and Hannah, who is the daughter of a physician, and they kind of want to solve that mystery, and it goes on from there. And I'm on book 5 or 6, I think. And then the next book that I already read, the next 2 were 2 arcs from NetGalley. The first one is The Girls We Sent Away, and it is about a young woman in the 50s, 60s who ends up being pregnant and alone, and they take her to a place kind of like Girl Interrupted. They take her to a place where all the young women who are pregnant end up, and what are the consequences of that. And then the next one I read was What's Not Mine, and it's a story of a young woman who lives in a town with an opioid crisis, and she's living with her aunt because her mom left her dad got involved with some bad people and he can't really be around for her safety. And then dad's girlfriend OD'd. And so she's been through a lot of traumatic things. And we're seeing her day by day. And we're seeing her how she deals with all of that trauma. So all those I already read. They're already up on Instagram if you guys want to go check them out. Okay, so let's pick. So my first pick from my 2023 TBR, which are books that I selected but I never got around to reading, is The Readers of Broken Will Recommend by Katarina Bibald. Okay, so this book, I started it in January of 2023 and I was not able to read it. It was unreadable to me. It's the same thing that happened with A Castle in the Clouds. It is a translation. I think it is a Swedish translation. If the humor is a particular way in a country, that doesn't mean that it's gonna be the same one in a different country. And half of the time I was thinking that I was reading a murder mystery. It felt like a murder mystery, but this is supposed to be a romance. So tell me, how am I supposed to root for people when I think everybody is creeping? Like, it's insane. So I have it right here. I might not read it, honestly. It was really difficult. If I can find it on audiobook and put it on like 2 times speed, I might be able to get through it. Sorry, but other than that, I'm not sure. So that will be pending. I'm not taking any other little piece of paper out. If I am able to finish it, I'll let you know. If I DNF'd it, then I'm just taking it out and not bothering with it again. I wasn't sure if I still wanted to DNF it. I wanted to give it a chance, but seeing my reaction, I don't think I want to read it. I'll try this month. I'll let you know how it goes. And then this is from my haul. That means books that I bought in 2023 that I haven't read. I really am trying not to buy books that I'm not gonna read anymore. I'm trying to buy books that I have already read and loved. So yeah, this one, let's see. The Lost Hero 1 through 4. Oh, this is Percy Jackson. Okay, it is not Percy Jackson. It is from the world of Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus. This is The Lost Hero. This is book number 1. Yeah, we're following 3 other characters. We're following Jason, Piper, and Leo. So yeah, this book number 1. Obviously, I'm not gonna read all 4. I'm gonna read book number 1. So yeah, this is from my 2023 books that I bought. So yeah, those are the books. So I picked 7 for the month, 7 for the theme of the month, 2 from my jars, that's 9, and then I already read 3, so that's 12. If I can get through all of them, that will be 12. If I can get through 10, that would be great. If I only read 1 more, then that's fine. I did have a migraine. For those who know me, who have been around for a while, I do suffer from migraines sometimes. The world was trying to give me a cold and I didn't let it, but all last week I was out. I didn't read anything. So yeah, that was really hard. I was like a week behind. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to finish them, but if I can do it, great. If I can't, great also. I already read 3 and the whole thing is that I'm trying to read. So that's a win anyways. So yeah, those are my pick for March. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know if you're reading by theme, by mood, by whatever you find at the bookstore, at thrift store. And yeah, just comment down below what you're reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember that you can always subscribe to get notified when I upload a new video. You can also comment, please, everything that you are reading. You can also like, that helps me a lot. Then all my socials are in the description of the video. So thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. And remember, keep reading and keep blooming. Bye.